Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Virjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidya Charyaya Nachiketase cha. Your PDF page, top of 84, Nanu, Gita Press, page 83, Sambandha Bhaashyam. Nano Gatisched Agatyapi Bhavitavyam Katham Yasmat Bhuyo na Jayate iti. So it ends with a question mark. If you don't have a question mark, put a question mark there.
There is Naisha Doshaha.
That is afterwards. The question mark after the iti. So this is the Sambandha Bhaashyam to mantra number 12. So 10 and 11, we saw this. The Panchakosha Vivekaha. We saw about the Pravilapana, gradual understanding. Once we understand that body is anatma, Viveka starts like that. Once somebody gets the idea, oh, I'm not the body, that's when Vedanta starts. Picks up steam, right? Picks up steam. That's when that confusion is understood. Oh my God, this is what Shastram is saying. Then the rest are details almost. They just have to study and keep following and keep following. So when I'm not the body, then what am I? The senses? Am I the mind? Am I intellect? Who am I? Then who am I becomes a very important question, right? And so here in 10 and 11, Indriyebhyah parah yatha artebhyascha param manaha manasastu para buddhihi buddher atma mahan paraha. So there we saw from Indriyas went to manaha, manaha to buddhi. Then buddhehe atma mahan paraha. From the Veshti buddhi to samashti buddhi, Hiranyagarbha, we saw that. Use Hiranyagarbha referred to by the names called Atma and Mahan. Okay. And then that Mahan, Mahatah Param Avyaktam, greater, superior to that Mahan Hiranyagarbha, Atma, is this Avyaktam. Avyaktam is Maya. Okay. Then Avyaktat Purushah Paraha. Greater than this Avyakta Maya is Purushaha. Okay, we saw all that in the last two classes. Then what about something greater than Purusha, if you ask? No, Purushanna param kinchit, sa kashta, sa paragati. There's nothing greater than Atma Purusha, Pratyega Atma. Okay, okay, so that is, how did we go from Indriyas all the way to Atma? What kind of travel it was? Hey, there is no travel at all. It is cognitive. It is all saying that if somebody says the sun really does not revolve around the earth, if somebody says you don't have to go and stop the sun's motion, you don't have to go to some mountain and then do some acrobatics. No, it's a fact that anybody can go learn from anybody else, and then that's about it. After that, the game is over. Then it's understood. It's a matter to be understood. So here also, same thing. Purushanna param kinchita sakashta sa paragatihi. This is the paragatihi, the greatest destination, so to speak, the ultimate goal of human life, paragatihi. Correct? Once I know who I am, then after that, one is liberated, one is free, one is muktaha. Having said this, now Shankaracharya is raising an objection. Shankaracharya is raising an objection means Shankaracharya is playing the role of somebody who's raising an objection. Okay? So he's saying, Nano. Nano means objection. Wait a minute. I have an objection. What is that objection? Gatihi. Am I audible? Yeah. Gatihi chet. You use the word gati. I'm a bit concerned about that. Okay. I'm concerned about that. Gatihi chet. Agatyapi. Okay. Agatyapi bhavitavyam. Gati means movement. Gati is movement. Gam dhatu. Gam means to go. Gam means to go. That's it. That's the dhatu. So the word gati comes from the root gam, which means to go. Gati, manda gatihi, adho gatihi. You're going very slowly. Manda gati. So like that we say. So therefore, you're using the word gatihi. But at the same time, you're saying that moksha is achieved already. I see a contradiction. I see a contradiction. Look. Upanishad only says gati, movement. It's some move. You have to go somewhere. Only by going somewhere you will get moksha. You can't say moksha is already achieved. You can't say make that statement. Why? Because agatyapi bhavitavyam. That gati must agatya api. Two words are there. Agatya api bhavitavyam. That gati must be accompanied by agati also. You say heads, it has to be accompanied by tail. If you say born, then it has to be accompanied by death also. Nobody thinks of death when a child is born, Child is born, good news, great news, we celebrate. Suppose somebody says, we're all celebrating, but someday we're all going to die and we don't know who's going to die first. Suppose somebody says on the birthday, hey, that's not correct. Even though what he says is correct, that's not the right place. That is not the place to talk like. But that's true. That is actually true. And so this is what he's saying. That's why na jayate mriyate. The minute jayate is there, mriyate has to be brought in because they go hand in hand. So he's saying this gati, whenever going to a place is there, then returning back will also be there. Some kind of return will be there. He's claiming bhavitavyam, tavya pratyaya must be there. Must be. Gati must be accompanied by agati. Correct? And then, therefore, how can you claim katham yasmat bhuyo na jayate iti? How can the Upanishad claim? Go back to 138. That is 138, okay, which is just 2-3 shlokas back. If you look at the 8th shloka, yastu vijnanavan bhavati samanaskas sada shuchihi satu tat padam apnoti Yasmad bhuyo na jayate. Having gained that tat padam in that mantra, there is no return. Bhuyaha means again, na jayate, no birth, after which there is no birth. How is it possible? Not possible. Because gati, you just said gati. Gati means agati must be there. Therefore, another birth must be there. How? I see a contradiction here. This is how Shankaracharya is introducing the next mantra. And let's see how it's being responded to. Okay? Let's read the next couple of sentences. Naisha doshaha
नैषदोषः
sarvasya
सर्वस्य
pratyagatmatvat
प्रत्यगात्मत्वात्
avagatihi eva
अवगतिः एव
gatihi iti
गतिः इति
upacharyate.
उपचर्यते.
Okay. Na eshaha doshaha. Now you can say this is something like a response to the objection. Response. Na eshaha doshaha. No. What your objection, you have an objection, but it's really, there is no fault in what the Upanishad says. Eshaha doshaha. That contradiction you seem to see, the statements that the Upanishad made is really not contradictory. Eshaha dosha. It's not a flaw. It's not a flaw. Okay. It's not a defect. Eshaha. What is not a defect? So you have to, this is how our teaching happens. Na yeshaha doshaha. Literal translation is what? This is not a defect. What is not a defect? We should be able to repeat. We should be able to, translating is one thing. But yeshaha means, yeshaha. No, that's not a defect. That means what? What's not a defect? Hey, you just raised an objection. You said Upanishad had two sentences. Yasmad bhuyo na jayate is one sentence. And then gatihi is another word being used. Gatihi means movement. Yasmad bhuyo na jayate means no movement at all, no birth and death afterwards. These two are contradictory. You said no. Those two statements are not contradictory. That is the meaning of na eshaha dosha. Okay. So in your satsang classes, in your abhyasa, this is one way to practice. You have to, this means what? You should ask yourself a question and try to answer that question. Okay. Even though it was just the previous sentence, even though it is just the previous sentence that it was said, you just have to be able to recall that, say it in your own words. Okay. Okay. Then what? Sarvasya प्रत्यगात्मत्वात् अवगतिः एव गतिः इति उपचर्यते. Okay. Okay. Avagatiः एव गतिः इति उपचर्यते. Rest of the words will come back later. Avagatiः एव गतिः इति उपचर्यते. Upacharite means figuratively stated, figuratively said, figuratively mentioned. It's a figure of speech. What is a figure of speech? Gatihi iti upacharya. This word gati is a figure of speech. It's figuratively said. What is figuratively said? Avagatihi. Avagatihi means what? Understanding, knowledge is figuratively said as gatihi. What is this? I don't understand this. Why do you have to say gati for avagati? If you want to talk about understanding, talk about understanding. Why do you talk about going? That's a confusion. That is because in our common conversations, get it? Did he get it? Suppose somebody says, did he get it? Did you get this mantra? Meaning, last mantra, did you get Panchakosha Viveka? Did you get it? Did you get it means what? Did you catch it or what? Some throwing a ball and then you catch it? Or what did you get? Did you get it by mail or courier came to your home? What is it? That what getting is? No. Did you get it means what? You understand. Getting understanding. Going. No, I didn't get it yet. I'm getting there. I'm going there. I'm going there means what? Yeah, it's a little bit more digestion is has to happen. It is in the process of getting digested. Okay. That is the meaning. That is the meaning. So that gam dhatu often in Sanskritam is used whenever understanding has to be meant. That is what Shankaracharya is saying. Avagatihi eva gatihi iti upacharyate. Avagati means understanding, knowledge. Okay. Why? Why is it like that? Sarvasya pratyagatmatvat. Because pratyagatma is the essence of all. Is the essence of all. Wherever you go, only Atma will be there. There is nothing else you will find. Therefore, going has no meaning. That is the statement. There is no going at all. Sarvasya, Purushasya, okay, Pratyagatmatvat. Because the entire universe, the Atma of the entire universe is, or the essence of the entire universe is essence. Pratyagatmatvat means essence, because the essence of Sarvasya, Jagataha, essence being Pratyagatma, being Atma, okay, the essence of everything being Atma, Gati cannot be implied by, movement cannot be implied by the Upanishad. Gati cannot mean movement. Okay? That is what he's saying. There's an example. Did the idea enter your, did it enter your head? The teacher is asking did it enter? Did it enter? This boy is looking up at the ceiling. Okay, did it enter? And the teacher caught him. This guy is not following me, really speaking. Did it enter? This boy is saying the tail is left. Because the lizard, he's watching that lizard. In our school, lizard and all example in America, it won't work. And then India, we have Indian exam. See, India, we have a special way of doing things. And so, no, the tail is left because the lizard has entered that hole and still the tail is left hanging. That's so. Did it enter means tail is left. So, teacher is asking, did what I said, did you understand what I said? That is what he's saying. And so, uh, so this is very important. That idea, because the whole samsara, that sukha dukkha mishra based samsara, sukha dukkha lakshana samsara, okay, or more importantly, dukkha lakshana. Nobody has complained about sukha. Nobody gets up in the morning and said, "Oh, I slept very well. I'm so sad. I'm so sad today because I slept very well. I'm so sad today because I had a nice time yesterday with all my friends." Nobody says that. Sukha, nobody complains. Nobody goes to doctor and say, "Doctor, I see very well." Eye doctor. What? I see everything very well. I don't. Oh, you see everywhere very well. But sometimes something is blurring, no? No, nothing is blurring. Everything is fine all the time. Oh, nighttime you don't see properly? No, nighttime also I see properly. Nobody says like that. Sukha is not a problem. Dukkha is a problem. And here we say that that samsara, dukkha lakshana samsara, is created by the person. That problem is created by the person because of wrong identification. A mistake. A mistake is always happening here inside the head, not outside the head. And therefore, what can be the solution to that kind of a problem? Solution also has to be removal of that mistake. It's also cognitive. Mistake is cognitive. Solution to the mistake is also going to be cognitive. The solution to any problem must be commensurate, must correspond to what caused the problem. Therefore, if hunger is the problem, hunger is inside the stomach, then I have to put something inside the stomach. Only then the hunger will go. There can't be any other way of removing the hunger. So like that, diagnosis. That's why last class we mentioned, we talked about diagnosis. And therefore, like our Karna in Mahabharata, Karna ka problem kya hai? Karna had an inferiority complex. Why? Because he had the idea that I am the son of a Sutaputraha, son of this charioteer, etc. He had this problem. Because he was so good in archery that he himself knew something is wrong with my birth. Sutaputra cannot be so good in archery and this kind of warfare. I'm number one. But I have my doubts. And so he was always having this inferiority complex. And guess how all that got solved? Kunti told him one day, I want to tell you the truth. What truth? You are my son. In fact, you are my first son. Even before the other guys were born, you were born. You are the son of me and Surya Devata. Okay? And then our Karna, no more inferiority complex. He was ready for war. He was ready. So you know the story, rest of the story. So a problem that was caused by a mistake is removed by removing the mistake. There is the only way to solve this problem. So previously also he was Kaunteyaha. Now also he is Kaunteyaha. Nothing has changed. But problem solved. Right? And so that's the idea here. Sarvasya pratyagatmatvat abagatihi eva gatihi iti upacharyate. Okay, that we understood. Now, let's read the next sentence.
I have to read, Guruji.
Okay. Oh, Lakshmi.
I got a message that I am the person to.
Okay, even I got the message. No problem.
Guruji, Narayanji got logged out. I don't know. I can spotlight them, but I'm not a co-host.
No, if you want, you can. I have no.
No, Hariji has to read, Guruji.
Yeah, Hariji. Okay, continue. Hariji, you can read.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm not even signed in this one.
I also got the message after Hariji had read.
Yeah. Pratyagatmatvam cha.
Pratyagatmatvam cha.
Darshitam. Indriya mano buddhi paratvena.
Indriya mano buddhi paratvena.
Yahahi. Ganta. Saha agatam. Apratyag rupam. Gacchati. Anatma bhutam. Na viparjayena. Yeah. So he's continuing that argument. He said what? Sarvasya pratyagatmatvat. The essence of everything is Atma. Therefore, the question of going shouldn't arise at all. Okay, that is what he's talking about. And then that pratyegatmatvam he's explained. Okay. Darshitam. Darshitam means what? Demonstrated, showed, mentioned. Okay. What was mentioned? Mentioned pratyegatvam cha darshitam. That pratyegatmatvam was showed to you just some time ago. And Indriya Mano Buddhi Paratvena. By these two mantras, the previous two mantras, Indriyebhyah Parahyarta, etc. What was the purpose of all that? Hey, the purpose of all that is to show that the entire universe, we went to Hiranyagarbha. We started with the body, started with Vyashti, then went to Samashti, macrocosm, and said Purushaha is the essence of Hiranyagarbha also. And there is nothing else left after that. Purushanna Param Kinchit. We said that. That is what he's saying here. Okay. Pratyegatmatvam cha darshitam, demonstrated. It was showed in the last two mantras. How? Indriya Mano Buddhi Paratvena. Paratvena. By showing that Taratamya, superiority of the mind to the senses, and then of the Buddhi to the mind, etc. Paratvena. By that, we arrived at Atma as the essence of everything. Sarvasya. Right? Therefore, travel cannot be involved here. It was a statement, an important statement that was made. And then what? Yaha hi ganta. Now he's talking about, if you are talking about travel, gati, then there is going to be a traveler. And ganta means what? Traveler. Neta, one who leads is called a neta. One who does kru is called a karta. Like that, one who goes is called a ganta. One who travels is called a ganta, right? So he's talking about this traveler now, ganta, right? Yaha hi ganta, you bring that gachati forward. Okay, there is a word called gachati, right? Yaha ganta, who goes, the traveler who goes to a particular destination. Because going means going to a destination, right? Okay. That destination, what is it? What is the meaning of the statement? Traveler goes to a destination. It means what? First observation is what? Saha agatam. That person has not reached the destination yet. Okay? Yet. That is very obvious to us, but Shankaracharya is making this statement. Okay? Because it's critical to understand this at this point. Saha agatam. That destination is not yet reached. Going means what? Going means I am going to a place which is not yet reached by me now. That is the meaning of agatam. Then, that is condition 1. Condition 2 is what? Anatma bhutam. We'll come back to the other words later. Anatma bhutam. That destination I'm going to, it cannot be Atma. Cannot be Atma because it's part of this world. It's a place. Okay. And so it has to be of the nature of Anatma. It can't be of the nature of Atma because Atma is right here. And therefore, if I say I'm going, this going and coming is within the realm of time and space, which is all the world of Anatma. Okay. Therefore, Anatma Bhutam, spatially and time-wise limited, right? Therefore, Anatma Bhutam. And condition number 3, observation number 3 is what? Apratyak Rupam. Apratyak Rupam. Similar, Apratyak Rupam. Pratyak Rupam means of the nature of the self. Apratyak Rupam, different from the self. That Anatma has to be different from the self. These are all related statements. Seems obvious, but Shankaracharya is making that statement. Okay? Apratyak Rupam. Therefore, therefore, you can put within brackets, therefore, apratyag. Therefore, the place I am going to, the destination has to be different from me. Okay. Na viparyayena. Na viparyayena. Not otherwise. Viparyayena means otherwise. Otherwise. Not otherwise. It cannot be otherwise. Okay. Cannot be otherwise means what? This traveler, okay, traveler cannot go to Atma, cannot ever go to that, cannot go to Atma. That which is Pratyak Bhutam, okay, and that which is Atma Bhutam, okay, you cannot go. That is the meaning. Means Atma cannot go to Atma. A person cannot reach Atma. Person can only reach Anatma, not Atma. Okay, that is what he is saying here. A traveler can never reach Brahma, never reach moksha. Okay, there is no question of reaching because Pratyagatma, Atmatvat, because everything Atma is all pervasive, correct? Therefore, reaching is not at all in question. And I am not saying it. Okay, let's read the next one. Next sentence, right? Tatha cha
Tatha cha
Shrutihi.
Shrutihi.
Now you can put inverted commas. Quotation begins, okay? Anadvagaha
Anadvagaha
advasu
Advasu
parayishnavaha.
Parayishnavaha.
End quotation. And I think your book says Itihasopanishad, right? Your notebook should say.
Ityadya. That's what Gita Press says.
Okay, Gita Press will not say it. Gita Press people can write within brackets. Itihasopanishad.
Itihaso varichat.
That's the quote. That's the Upanishad from which this is quoted. Okay. Number 18. Ityadya
Ityadya.
tata cha
Tatha cha
darshayati
darshayati
pratyagatmatvam
pratyagatmatvam
sarvasya.
sarvasya.
Yeah. Tatha cha shrutihi. No, I'm not saying all this. Don't think I made it all up. Okay, Shankaracharya is saying, I'm not making any of this up. And Shruti herself says it. Okay. And he's quoting this Anadvagaha Advasu Parayishnavaha. Yeah, Parayishnavaha. Parkarna. Parkarna. Means one who wants to cross. Generally a river has to be crossed. A road has to be crossed, right? That is called Param. Those who desire to cross is called Parayishnavaha. Okay. Parayishnu means one who desires to cross is called Parayishnu. Those who desire to cross, plural, is called Parayishnavaha. Okay. Those who desire to cross what? Advasu. Advasu. Adva. We saw the word Adva before. Okay. I think in the 9th mantra. Yeah, we saw that. 9th mantra. Vijnana Saratihi Yastu Manah Pragrahavan Naraha Sodhvanah Paramapnoti. Like that, we saw that word Advan is the word. Okay. So Advan, Advasu. Advasu means what? Desiring to cross all paths. Adva is a path. Okay. Advasu, paths. Those who want to cross over all paths. Okay. Okay, this is an interesting statement. Okay. the people who want to cross all paths are anadvagaha. Okay. They do not take any path. The people who want to cross all paths do not take any path. Means what? They do not believe that there is a path to moksha. Why there is no path to moksha? Path means separated by time and space. Okay. I am separated from moksha somehow. Heaven is out there. I must go to heaven. Okay. Or maybe there is a place on earth. I don't know where. If I go, that's it. Liberation, moksha. Okay. Such a thing doesn't exist. They are called, people who think like that are called anadvagaha. Because advan is path. Anadvagaha, those who do not travel by any paths. Okay. So those who do not take any path are those who go beyond all paths. A very interesting statement, is it not? You know. So having searched all around for various things, what is this? This Swamiji is saying that ashram is saying this Guruji is saying this, so many different paths, so many ideas. Now I'm more confused. Somebody, we had somebody in class and that person said it. Now I'm following this Guruji, I'm reading that book and I'm reading this book. Now I'm coming to your class, now it is confusing. Is it possible? I mean, it is a slap on my face. What can I do, right? And but that's the statement made. Why? Because that is how it is. That is how it is. If I'm not clear, okay, vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeh kurunandana. Bhahushakahyanantascha Bhahushakahyanantascha avyavasayinam. I'm forgetting that word. Buddhayo vyavasayinam. Buddhayo. Yeah, many ideas for moksha. Which moksha? What type of moksha do you want? Go to the moksha marketplace. You'll find anything you want. You can choose. You can pick the one you like. And here is Advaita Vedantis are the people who say there is you are Mukta Purusha. Okay. Therefore, Anadvagaha Advasu Parayishnavaha. That is the pramanam for what I said. That is what Shankaracharya is saying. Okay, those who do not take to any path, or those who want to cross over the entire world of travel, do not take to any path. Means what? Understand that there is the only path to moksha is understanding that you are already free and therefore you don't have to take any path. Correct? Marga, आप क्या मार्ग है? आपका क्या मार्ग है? भक्ति मार्ग है? ज्ञान मार्ग है आपका? राजयोग करते हैं आप? नहीं करते हैं? अच्छा, कुछ ना कुछ योग करना चाहिए, ये तो हठ योग करते हैं आप, एटलीस्ट हठ योग, so like that. So marg, people are very, very passionate about this marg. What marg are you, And I tell them I am in Rajiv Gandhi marg. That's the marg I live in, And so that is what he's saying here. Ityadya. Ityadya means what? And similar statements like that. Okay. Similar statements. Means what we should do, we should try to find out, what are similar statements like that in the Shruti? Well, in our own Kathopanishad, if you look at, okay, we have not come there yet. Okay. In the second 2.3.14, you can make a note of that. 2314. Atraiva Brahma Samashnute. Atraiva Brahma Samashnute. Means what? Brahma is present right here. You want to go to Brahma, right? That's why you've been eager to go to Brahmaloka. Well, guess what? Brahma is here also. So you can decide whether to go to Brahmaloka or remain in Bhuloka. Whatever is, that's your choice. Okay. So like that, these statements are there. Atreva Brahma Samashnute, etc. Such statements like that. Shankaracharya has in his mind. Okay, there are some other statements also, but we don't have to go there. Tathacha darshayati pratyagatmatvam sarvasya. That sarvasya pratyagatmatvam, which he mentioned few sentences ago, right? Naisha doshaha sarvasya pratyagatmatvat. Like that we started reading, right? So that sarvasya pratyagatmatvam, that is what? The essence of everything being Atma. Okay. Darshayati. Upanishad is going to show Darshayati. Likewise, Tatacha. And likewise, Upanishad, this Upanishad Yama also is going to tell the same thing. Okay. That is how Shankaracharya is introducing the next mantra. Okay, by raising an objection. Look at the way he's connecting, right? Shankaracharya sees the connection, but he wants us to see the connection. And so he is giving this Sambandha Bhaashyam. Okay. So what is the summary of this mantra? Yeah. Anvaya. Yeah, the summary is okay. So this mantra, so summary, Anvaya and all we have done, right? We did it in when we completed that iti skrute he. So this is the Sambandha Bhaashyam. Okay, good. So let's read the next mantra. येष सर्वेषु भूतेषु गूढः.
एष सर्वेषु भूतेषु गूढः.
Let's read it this way. येष सर्वेषु भूतेषु.
एष सर्वेषु भूतेषु.
गूढोत्मान प्रकाशते.
गूढोत्मान प्रकाशते.
दृश्यते त्वग्र्यया बुद्ध्या.
दृश्यते त्वग्र्यया बुद्ध्या.
Good. Sukshmaya सूक्ष्मदर्शिभिः.
सूक्ष्मया सूक्ष्मदर्शिभिः.
Again. येष सर्वेषु भूतेषु.
एष सर्वेषु भूतेषु.
गूढोत्मान प्रकाशते.
गूढोत्मान प्रकाशते.
दृश्यते त्वग्र्यया बुद्ध्या.
दृश्यते त्वग्र्यया बुद्ध्या.
सूक्ष्मया सूक्ष्मदर्शिभिः.
सूक्ष्मया सूक्ष्मदर्शिभिः.
Yeah. Na prakashate. Na prakashate. So we'll see the gist of this mantra first before getting into the bhash. What is the mantra? Na prakashate. Not revealed, not visible, not seen, not recognizable. Who is not recognizable? Yeshaha. Yeshaha. Yeshaha means this is not recognizable. This means what? You have to go back. You go back to the previous mantra. What is this? Oh, Sakashta sa paragatihi. Oh, Purushanna param kinchit. Oh, avyaktat Purushaha paraha. So that Purushaha, that Pratyagatma, Yeshaha. Yeshaha means what? Purushaha, Pratyagatma. Na prakashate. Not recognized at all. Even though it is all pervasive, can you believe this? This all pervasive thing is not visible at all, not recognized at all. Na prakashate. And where is this all pervasive Atma? Sarveshu bhuteshu gudaha. Okay, so Yeshaha Atma, the word Atma is there in this mantra. Okay, Yeshaha Atma na prakasha. Correct? You see the word Atma, right? Gudotma, you separate it out into Gudaha and Atma. Two words there. Okay, Gudaha and Atma. So now you can see Yeshaha Atma na Prakash. This Atma is not available at all. Nobody can find where this Atma is. And at the same breath, we are saying Atma is everywhere. So that Atma is, that is why Sarveshu Bhuteshu Gudaha. Gudaha means it is hidden. It is hidden. Atma is hidden. Sarveshu Bhuteshu. In all beings, Atma is hidden. And therefore not available to be recognized. Okay, just because I don't see it doesn't mean it does not exist. But I just don't see it. I can't recognize it. The Atma you're talking about is not available. As good as not available for me, right? Then what? Drishyate tu. But then tu, on the other hand, drishyate. It can be recognized. It can be seen. Drish means to see, literal meaning. It can be seen. Can be seen. Okay. How can it be seen? Sukshmadarshibihi. Sukshmadarshibihi. Adhyaya buddhya sukshmaya. Yeah, agreya buddhya means a buddhi, a mind by any person. Sukshmadarshibihi means the people who have this ability to go beyond the gross things, right? Gross is sthula and sukshma means subtle. Okay? People who can appreciate the subtlety of things can go beyond the gross and who can think, who are vivekis, who are vairagis. They are not vairagis for no reason, not simply like that. They have something more in their mind. That is why they are giving up things instead of going after things. Such kind of people, Sukshma Darshibhihi. What do they have? They have Agriya Buddhi. Agriya Buddhi they have. Means what? They have a buddhi that can cut through this mass of confusion, that can really understand what the Shastram is saying, that can stay with the Shastram. And why? That Agreya means front. A buddhi in which only Atma is in the front. The topic of Atma is in the front. Means a buddhi that has the ability to do Atma Vicharaha. Correct? Agreya Buddhya can stay with the subject. Okay? Because I've been with other subjects all life long. And Shastram says, come on, guy, you just bring your mind back to yourself. Yourself is all it is saying. It doesn't say, buy a telescope and look at, I'm going to show you heaven. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to buy anything for this. Okay. Such a person, such a buddhi is called Agriya Buddhihi. And therefore, Agriya Buddhya. Agriya. It's a little catchy to say, to pronounce that word. Agriya. Okay, that's the way to say. Agreya buddhya, sukshmaya. That buddhi is sukshma buddhi. It has the ability to understand subtle things. Okay. And by such people, even though the Atma na prakashate, they have the ability to know this Atma. Atma will reveal itself to such people. That is what this mantra is saying. Therefore, highlighting the importance of keeping this subject, Shastram, in front of us and staying with the subject, right? Because there's so much Anatma out there and I'm getting carried away. Popular question. I love the Shastram, I love Bhagavad Gita, but I get out of the class, when I turn off, when I exit Zoom, then, Swamiji, I don't know what happens. I get into another world, right? Yeah, don't worry. Not only you get into another world, Swamiji also gets into another world. Everybody gets into another world. But another world is not to be looked down upon. Okay. So we will see that another time. So that's the gist of this mantra. So let's read the Bhaashyam here. Yeshaha Purushaha. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, Mahesh.
एषः
Yesha
पुरुषः
Sarveshu
सर्वेषु
Brahmadi Stamba Paryanteshu
ब्रह्मादि स्तंभ पर्यन्तेषु
Bhuteshu
भूतेषु
Gudaha Samvritaha
गूढः संवृतः
Darshana Shravanadikam.
दर्शन श्रवणादिकम्
Sorry. Darshana Shravanadi Karma
दर्शन श्रवणादिकर्म
Avidya Maya Achannaha.
अविद्या माया आच्छन्नः.
Actually, one word. So let's chant it like this. Avidya Maya Channaha.
अविद्या माया छन्नः.
Yeah, if you don't have a full stop, you can put a full stop there. So, Yeshaha Purushaha. Shankaracharya is telling us he's using the word that Shastram has used. That Upanishad has used Purushaha, that word. Therefore, he's using that word. Yeshaha Purushaha. Then what? Sarveshu is the moolam word in the mantra. And Shankaracharya is explaining that as Brahmadi Stamba Paryanteshu Bhuteshu. So this is a very typical usage in the Shastra. You will see this word periodically. Brahmadi Stamba Paryantam, like that they will say. Which means beings. Bhuteshu means all beings. Okay? This Atma, which is there in all beings, right? Beings means what? How do you understand what a being is? Well, I can think of living beings on earth. All living beings I can visualize, smallest virus onwards, all the way up to the biggest animal that you can see on earth is there. But the Shastram is very clear. Hey, that is only earth. My idea of life is only earth, but life exists beyond all this. World exists beyond earth also. Okay. Therefore, Brahmadi Stamba Paryanteshu means Brahma Adi. Brahma means Brahmaji or Brahma Loka. Both. Okay. Brahma Lokadi Stamba Paryanteshu. From Brahma Loka all the way down to Stamba means a small piece of grass. A minute particle. Minute thing. From a massive thing, the most massive thing to the most minute thing. That is the meaning of Bhuteshu, Sarveshu Bhuteshu. Paryanta means until. From Brahma, until. Means still. Okay. Means any size being that you can think of, right? Sarveshu Bhuteshu. In all beings, Yeshaha Purushaha Gudaha. And see, this is for Sanskrit students, this may be a question. Okay. Gudaha Atma. Sandhi will become Gudha Atma. Correct? That is the Visarga Sandhi there. Not Gudhotma. Gudhotma would have been correct if the words were Gudaha and Atma. Gudaha and Atma will be Gudhotma. But word is Atma. Therefore, this is called what? This does not follow the grammar rules, and therefore this is called Arsha Prayoga. Arsha Prayoga. So it's good for others to know there is Arsha Prayoga. Means there appears like a spelling mistake, appears like a grammatical violation of a rule of grammar. Like, okay. So that is just a note, footnote. Okay. Guda. Okay. Guda means what? Samvrita. Shankaracharya is helping us. Guda Samvrita. It is concealed. This Atma is as though concealed, as though covered. Covered. Samvritaha. Okay, so this, we have seen these words, similar words before. And for example, you know, when Arjuna is asking, okay, he's asking about this why does a person commit mistakes, go against dharma, like that? I forget the question. To which Bhagavan says, Kama yesha krodha yeshaha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhyena miha vairinam. Like that he says that. Okay. So there he says, dhumena vriyate vannihi. Just like the smoke is covering the fire. Dhumena avriyate vannihi. Okay. Just like smoke covers the fire. Yatha dhumena vriyate vannihi. Yatha darsho malena cha. And just like the dust is covering the mirror. This is Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Bhagavad Gita number 337, 38, 39. Okay. If you want to make a note. Okay. So, Yatha darsho malena cha. Malam is dirt. And the mirror is covered by dirt. Doesn't mean mirror is gone. Mirror is not gone. It's very much where it is. Okay. Fire is not gone, but fire is covered by smoke. Okay. And then yathol bena vruto, that vrit covered. Yathol bena vruto garbha. Just like the fetus is covered by the membrane. Yeah, like that, the example Bhagavan gives. Tatha tenedam amritam. So also, this knowledge is covered, as it were, covered by ajnanam. Okay. And he says ajnanam. He says kama yesha krodesha. Kama covers this knowledge. Because there the topic is kama. Okay. And kama and krodha. Rajoguna. That rajoguna covers this knowledge. So why I mentioned all this? That vr, dhumena vriyate, that same vr dhatu means to cover. Okay. And then tatha tenedam avritam, vr, that vr comes. Avarane. So that same word is there here. Okay. So Gudaha means what? Covered. Samvritaha, covered. Well covered. Samvritaha. Why he uses the word samvritaha? Vritaha also is covered. Samvritaha means samvyak vritaha. Well covered. So well covered that for janmas and janmas and janmas, it's been like this for me. Correct? Samvritaha, well concealed. There's no way of coming out of this concealment, this covering, right? And so that is, it is like the professor who came to the class and then looked at the class and said, "What do you see?" He pointed to the board and said, "What do you see?" And said, "I see a white, it's a blackboard, so white chalk, the dot on the bottom right corner, I see." Somebody else said, "Oh, I see another, circle on top. I see a line there, a white line." Then he said, "So you don't see a board? Don't see a board? So what? Means what? What is obvious is forgotten. What ought to be obvious is forgotten. It's not even, it's taken for granted. At least there the board is visible. Here, Atma is very much there. But I don't recognize it. I don't recognize it. That is how it is. And so, and what is this Atma? Purushaha. Darshana Shravanadi Karma. Darshana Shravanadi Karma. It is this Atma is the one that causes all activities like darshanam, seeing, shravanam, listening. Nothing is possible without Atma. Okay. So darshana, shravana, karma, activities like hearing and listening. Listening and seeing. So cause of, within brackets, you have to say cause of. Okay. It's not mentioned here. It is manifest in all actions. Without Atma, there's nothing is possible. Okay? And avidya maya channaha, another adjective he's giving to this purushaha, yeshaha purushaha, right? Avidya maya channaha. Channaha, covered, again, covered. By what? Who is covering all this? You keep saying covering, covering, covering. Tell me who is covering all this? Yeah, I'll tell you. It's called Maya. It's also called Avidya. Oh, really? How's that? Yeah, when it comes to the human being, Vyashti, it is called Avidya. When you refer to the Samashti, so the Samashti Avidya is called Maya. Okay, because Maya Shakti, Avarana Shakti is there. And so that Maya and Avidya are essentially identical. Just one is Vyashti, another is Samashti. One is micro, another is macro. Okay. So Avidya Maya Channaha is what? That Purushaha is covered by Avidya, also called as Maya. Okay. That is the meaning of
Guruji, 1 second. Is it avidya maya channahava, avidya maya achannahava?
Achanna. Sorry, Achanna. Correct. Asamanta Channa. Channa would have been okay also. But Asamanta, easily covered. Easily. It just happens naturally covered. Achanna. Mayaya Achanna. Avidya eva ma. Karmadhara Tatpurusha. And then Diya Tatpurusha. Okay. Avidya Maya Channa. Okay. Let's read the next one, where he's going to talk about na prakashate. Okay. Ataha. Yeah. Indiraji, unmute yourself.
Ataha
Eva
eva
Atma na prakashate.
atma na prakashate.
Because of Sandhi, it appears as prakashata. Atma na prakashate. Atmatvena
Matvena
kasyachit.
yachit
Aho adigambhira
aho ati gambhira
duravagahya
duravagahya
vichitra maya
chitra maya
Sheila Vijay Kumar.
cha iyam
cha iyam
yad yadayam
yadayam
sarvaha jantuhu
sarvaha jantuhu
paramarthataha
paramarthataha
paramarthasatatvaha
paramartha satatvaha
api
api
evam bodhyamanaha
evam bodhyamanaha
aham paramatma iti
aham paramatma iti
na grannati.
na granhati.
Yeah, we'll put a full stop there if you don't have it. In Gita Press, you have to put a full stop. So very interesting, beautiful statements. These are not difficult. Words may be new, etc. But the idea can't be difficult. Once you understand, once you get into Vedanta, once Satyam Mithya is understood, then afterwards everything follows. Everything follows, right? It's like pulling a noodle out. You pull one noodle out, then everything keeps coming. Gada gada, gada gada, keeps on coming. You don't have to do it. It just keeps coming. You just have to make sure it's in the mouth, Some people are good at it, and some people just go all over the place. Okay. So, aho ati gambhira. Okay. Sorry. Ataha eva atma na prakashate. Correct. Ataha eva, therefore alone. That because of this means what? Atma guda. Atma is covered. Vidya maya achannaha. Right? Therefore eva atma na prakashate. Atma is not available at all. I am unaware of Atma. I keep saying I did this, I did that, etc. But really speaking, I don't know who I am. That is the meaning of saying Atma is na prakashate. Na prakashate. I don't understand Atma. I have no clarity about Atma. I don't even know anything about Atma. Okay. Atmatvena kasyachit. Kasyachit. For nobody. Kasyachit means for nobody. Atma prakashate. For nobody, right? And Atmatvena. Atmatvena. Shankaracharya is saying, it's not that I don't know about myself. I know a lot about myself. I can give you a big history. My biodata is very big. I'm a very accomplished person also. So my resume is just too big. I can tell, I know a lot about me. Are you telling me I don't know about myself? How dare you tell me that? I know you don't know. In fact, you don't know. You should come and talk to me. Okay. That's the kind of person I am. Okay. So who says I don't know myself? It's an insult if you tell somebody you don't know who you are. It's an insult. Because, hey, come on. I'm the one who knows. I've gone through all the ups and downs, and I'm now 60, 70 years old, and I have a family. I've done a lot. I've sacrificed a lot. I've accomplished a lot. And you're telling me I don't know myself? Shankaracharya says, Atmatvena na prakash. Means what? I don't know the real I. I know about my accomplishments, all right. My body and all, I know. My mind, my capacities, I know. What I can do, I know. What I cannot do, I know. My family, I know. Who all were born, who all died, everything I know. And all the ups and downs, all the cities I've visited, everything I know. But Atmatvena na janati. Okay? As the confused I know a lot. But as the real I know nothing. Kasyachit, nobody. Na prakashate. Correct? Look at that one word, Atmatvena. Okay? And so, Swamiji says, Maya, Maya. Because of this heroine called Maya, the hero has become zero. That is Swami Paramathanandaji's joke. So that consciousness is very much there constantly. I exist means Atma is, Atma exists. Body exists on top of Atma. Exactly like this pot exists. If I say, hey, that existence is provided by clay, first and foremost, provided by clay. And so clay's existence is taken for granted or forgotten, not recognized. And I go after pot, and then I suffer when the pot is gone, right? And so Shastram is trying to bring our attention to that clay, to that Atma. Okay. Atmatvena kasyachit na prakashite. And then what? Aho. Aho. Aho means what? Alas. ALAS. Sometimes they translate like that. Something like that you can translate. Aho. Ati gambira duravagahya vichitra maya cha yam. This maya is just ati gambira. It's just it's deep rooted. It is It is there with us. It's been with us for a long time and it is very much there now also. Ati Gambhira. Okay, Duravagahya. Okay, it is Avagahanam. Difficult to grasp. Maya is difficult to grasp, get a hold of. It's like this thing. Those days they used to have on the phone or something, or on the computer. You have to go and catch that insect on the screen, on the computer screen. And with the mouse, you have to go and touch it. And then the minute you touch it, it just goes off this way. Then you go there, it just goes off. You go there, it goes off. And you cannot really click that insect. You can't click it. Impossible. Okay. It is like trying to, I gave you this example before. It's like trying to, you're having orange, the fruit. And then one seed has fell off. Try picking up the seed. It will be difficult to pick up the seed. Like that, right? Duravaga, yeah. That is my example. Okay, whether you like, I don't know if you might like it, but Duravaga, yeah. Vichitra. Vichitra. We have the word called Chitra. We name our children Chitra. Chitra means Maya. Chitra means Maya. That's it. Vichitra. Visheshena Chitra. This Maya, at least is my daughter, I can say. But Vichitra, the other Maya, you can't, she's not available at all. She's not available. Vichitra. And just she creates so much magic. All out of Ajnanam. So much magic is there. So much magic. Every other year, I want to go for a new vacation. And now we go to this December, we're going to go on a vacation. We're going to start from Kanyakumari. And then Kanyakumari, we're going to see the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. And, this Thiruvalluvar is their statue. He's a saint, Tamil saint. And then from there, we're going to go through the, what do you call that? Western coast. And the God's own country will come. And then, Kerala, then in the borders of Kerala, we'll get into some in waters, the waters, we're going to take a Kettu, another pere? Kettu Vellam. Kettu Vellam. Kettu Vellam. We're going to sit on a Kettu Vellam and then go into the waters and see some of the boat house. Boat house, see some of the flora and fauna. And occasionally you may in some places sight a Bengal tiger also. It's possible, unless it's all been gone. Those days it was possible. And then from there we'll go to the coast of Karnataka, which is one state, many worlds. Every state has their own way of expressing themselves, God's own country, Kerala. Karnataka is one state, many worlds, like that. So like this, Vichitra, there is no end at all. It is just, the life is just so attractive. I get carried away by it. Okay. And so Vichitra, this is, Shankaracharya is saying, Chitra. Who is that? Maya. Iyam Maya. Cha Iyam Maya. Iyam is Strilingam, therefore, because Maya is Strilingam. Yat ayam sarvaha jantuhu paramarthataha paramarthasatatvaha api evam bodhyamanaha. Look at this. Okay. This is the condition, right? This is the condition Vichitra is. But then bodhyamanaha api sarvaha jantuhu, all people, bodhyamana, even though being taught, even though being taught by the Shastram, about this Paramarthata, fundamentally, you are Paramatma. Paramartha Satatvaha means Paramatma. Fundamentally, Paramarthataha, fundamentally, essentially, you, O Jivatma, is not different from Paramatma. Evam Bodhyamanaha api, despite being taught like this repeatedly, from morning to evening, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, yuga after yuga, because Krishna also taught, right? Taught Arjuna so many thousands of years ago, and he says, I taught Surya Devata, etc. It's been going on like this. This parampara is there. Desbodhyamanaha api, despite being taught. What is being taught? Aham Paramatma iti. Aham Paramatma iti bodhyamanaha api na grinnati. This guy doesn't know. He is not able to grasp this fact at all. Okay, Atmanam na gridnati. Purusha, Sarvaha, Jantu. He is using the word Jantu. Don't think Jantu means animal. Okay, Jantu can be animal, and he is saying this animal, this fantastic animal called human being, na gridnati, is not able to grasp it at all. Correct? What a statement Shankaracharya is making. And na gridnati, right? So it's about 7:30. You just crossed the time. And he has explained the first sentence. Yeshaha sarveshu bhuteshu bhurotmana prakashate. That first half has been explained. Then the next half he'll explain later. Drishyate tu agriyaya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadashtivihi. And this further there is some explanation. He's going to say further. Despite being taught in this way, this guy keeps on parroting the same thing again and again. Like that, he's going to say that. Okay? It will be beautiful. Which we will continue in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.